Hi, I'm Beth with TB Properties Buys Land. And this week I wanted to discuss with you scams and scam offers. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that we're working with a really nice couple up in Washington State. And Tim had worked with the wife originally, and they came to agreement, and I was going to send the purchase agreement over. So I was speaking with the wife on the phone, and she said that she was really concerned because she's received a lot of scam offers, and she wanted to make sure that this was legit and that we weren't a company that was going to try to steal the title of their land away from them without them getting paid for it. So we had a nice long conversation, and I discussed with her the reason why TB Properties Buys Land always closes through a title company. And part of those reasons is that there's protection on both sides. So just as when you're selling your home, your house, or you're buying a house, you always close to a title company. And what that means is that the title company prepares the paperwork. That contract goes to them first. They pull a title commitment and they give the buyer any prospective, red flags for that particular property. And it tells the seller anything that they need to clear in order to clear the chain of title so that they can sell the property. Now, what also that means is that we as the buyer are not paying you directly as the seller. There is a third party intermediary, and that's the title company. So the title company requires that the buyer pays with certified funds. That means that we can only pay with a bank check or a wire transfer. So they know that those funds are there, they're certified, and once the title company has those funds, it's been deposited and they know they're there in that account, only then will they give that to the seller. Okay, so we're not worried that you're going to run off with our money. You're not worried that we're going to run off with your title and not having paid you. Okay, so once paperwork is signed on both sides, and we both enter into this agreement, knowing all the information, then we pay, and then you get paid. So I was talking to this lady, and she was walking her through the process. And I said, listen, once we sign that agreement, we copy you on the information to the title company, and the title company will reach out to you directly with a file number. They call that an escrow number or a file number. And I told her, I said, at any time, you are able to call that title company directly and ask them questions. How is this coming along? I have questions about this. I'd like to see my HUD statement. What is this? What is this number here? And what does this mean? What does the title commitment mean? So you as a seller have every right, you have all the transparency to contact the title company and feel like you're in control of the situation, okay? I know some other investment companies, they do their own self-closing. You sign in front of a notary, and they do all the paperwork. The notary gives you a check. And in some cases, that may be safe, but in other cases, it may not be. And for you as a seller, unless you are used to doing this and you know exactly how they're working, it may not be a safe transaction. I know that working through a title company, I know it's always going to be a safe transaction. And so it costs us more money to do that because we have to pay the buyer and the seller escrow fees. We pay for title insurance on the property. I know it costs us more money, but it makes you as the seller feel safer. And it makes me feel safe too. Tim and I like to feel safe knowing that everything's covered on that transaction. So it's just all around better to close through a title company, and that's why we did that. So this nice lady that we were working with, we're buying her property. We sent the contract over there, and she called the title company and she said, "Hey, I'm selling my land to Tim and Beth, and I want to know that have you worked with them before?" They said that you have. And she was able to talk to them and feel secure that this was not our first time working with them, and that we've done legitimate transactions with them before, and she felt better. So they signed the contract. Contract is now in escrow, awaiting a title commitment, and should everything work out perfectly, we'll move forward. In a couple weeks, they'll have their money and we'll have our property. But if you have any questions about, some of these offer letters, whether you received one from TB Properties Buys Land or another, investment company, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to work with you. If we haven't worked in your area before, we won't have a history with that title company. However, we can give you references to other title companies if you're interested in checking with them before. We also have references on our website as well. But we do look forward to working with you. We do purchase rural vacant land across the country. We generally purchase 10 plus acres. But if you have any questions, reach out to us and we're happy to help. Thanks again.